world problems, internet problems, influences. Don't you know they are stuck on stupid? Stuck on stupid. And I'm not trying.
And now, your starting lineup for your team.
And still so much, Greg, to learn about these teams. When do we get a sense of a team's true identity?
Well, not this early in the season. I'd say at least a quarter of the way through it. That's when you kind of get a sense of a squad's chemistry.
And now the Golden State Warriors starters. We've got Kevon Looney, Harden out there with Stephen Curry. Then there's Peyton. And it's Jackson Davis in at the power forward position. And so it's the Warriors getting on the board first. Here's Cunningham. That one goes in.
Aggressive shot from Cunningham inside. Getting to that point-blank shot.
Here's Curry with the three. Rebound, Detroit. They come into this having outplayed Phoenix the last game.
And that one was all about offensive execution. Running your plays, picking your spots.
That was the key message going in. Be efficient. Everyone was on the same page, and you got a chance to see the results.
About 1 minute into the first quarter. Here's Ivy. Offensive rebound. Here's Durant. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
Just setting the tone with an aggressive move to the rack. And where's the help defensively?
No excuse. You have to be aware. He should be on your radar all the time.
Now here's Curry. Basket counts.
That is just picture-perfect form from Stephen Curry.
And here in the first, closing in on 2 minutes play. Cunningham outside. And he's going up for the alley-oop. And that's out of bounds. Detroit will retain possession. And for the Western Conference, we have a chance now to recognize our Player of the Week, Stephen Curry.
He's really been on his A game lately. You know, the way their offense is set up, it really relies on his ability. He sets the tone each time down the floor, and he's been a lot of fun to watch.
4 on the shot clock. Here's Cunningham. Good work defensively by Harden.
Even though he missed it, this is the exact play your offense is designed to produce.
Smitty, it ended up being a last-place finish for the Detroit Pistons in 2023.
Hey, Kevin, it wasn't pretty. But on the flip side, it positioned them for an interesting offseason and some big draft possibilities.
Here is Cunningham following the basket by Stephen Curry. On the wing, it's hauled in by Jackson Davis. Warriors have gone 4 of 5 from the field so far. Another miss by Curry. For Detroit, they've gone 2 of 5 here, making 40% so far to start out the game. Cunningham passes to Ivy. Out to Thompson. Cunningham for 3. And again, Cunningham missing.
I mean, all period, it's been a struggle for him scoring the ball.
They set the pick. Here's the 3. Curry with the bucket. Curry's got 7 points.
He's looking confident right from the opening tip.
Cunningham for 3. And it's Looney with the rebound.
He has gone ice cold this quarter. Obviously not helping their cause.
Harden outside. There's the triple. Sinks the triple.
Yeah, we're seeing some fireworks from them already.
They established the pace. They made shots.
Timeout.
This is why they're way out in front.
And now the first timeout called here for Detroit. Dennis Schroeder's checked in for the Pistons. Hields checked in for the Warriors. With this stoppage in play, we have a chance now to show you which teams led the league in three-point percentage last year. Second, the Warriors.
The way they shot the ball from the three-point line last year was sensational. It's a huge staple of their offense.
First quarter of play and just over 3.5 minutes in. Ivy against Hield. Harris a screen on Hield. to end the cold streak. Got a hand on it. The three. Rebounded by the Pistons.
Not quite enough defense that time around. Just lucky he was off.
And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
With a nice combination of strength and elusiveness, Harris makes things difficult for the defenders inside.
And Harris drops them both.
Probably as close to a sure thing as you can have at the free throw line.
To the paint. And a strong finish with 2 hands.
And what a way to start this game, dominating at both ends of the floor.
They came in prepared, focused, and really jumped on the other team early.
And they've scored several times already here in the first quarter on the inside.
Hield outside. Payton kicks to Hield. Over Sessa. And the Warriors tack on 2 more.
Oh, this is the kind of start they were hoping for.
Pistons trail by 10. 1:12 left to play in the first quarter. Kicks it out to Schroeder. It's up a 3. And the rebound goes to the Warriors. Looney's got 4 rebounds now tonight. There's the pick. It's blocked. Here's Sasser. Hasn't made one yet. Schroeder, left side, and Harris wide open. He shoots. The shot's good on the assist by Schroeder.
Inconsistent from range when he first entered the league. Tobias has turned that completely around.
Here's Harden. He takes it in, and he converts the layup. Harden's got 5.
Some guys just understand how to generate points. He's one of them.
Schroeder with the ball, and it's Harden picking him up. Harden against Schroeder. Down low. Here's Durant. Tries again. Kicks it out to Schroeder. 3-pointer. Harris outside. The pass to Durant.
I mean, that's a tough break for the D. I mean, he took the hit and drew the whistle.
Pistons have been perfect at the line so far, albeit just 2 for 2.
And their numbers from the line last season, they're good, just not great. About 77% as a team.
Outside Curry. It'll count. And so it's the Golden State Warriors holding on to an 8-point lead heading into the break. They're feeling very confident, shooting the ball with great efficiency and dictating the pace. Back right after this. Those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. And some stats here, guys. The scoring breakdown for the Warriors.
Tonight, early on, this team is saying, forget the analytics. Let's take mid-range shots. They can be easy points.
And it seems they've also put an emphasis on moving the ball, working to rotate around the defense and find those quality looks.
We've got Cunningham. Reed out there with Isaiah Stewart. Then there's Dennis Schroeder. And it's Fontecchio in at the small forward position. They're the group Detroit will start the second with. And it's Schroeder with the ball. He brings it up for Detroit, trailing by 10. This game against Golden State is the first time they've met this season.
A matchup that only happens twice a year. These interconference battles can be a lot of fun.
The balance between East and West after years of being dominated by the West is starting to even out some.
And while we've got a moment, let's send it over to our terrific reporter, David Aldridge. David?
Thank you very much. Cade Cunningham was the #1 overall pick in 2021, and he's trying to take that next step. He says, I want to do my job. Something I really try to pride myself on is how much I care. And what I care about the most is how I can help the Pistons win. Guys, they are assembling some real talent on that team.
Oh, they are, no question, D.A. Thank you. Now Schroeder, after Norman Powell missed from long range. Back to Schroeder for the three. Reed kicks to Stewart. Nice ball movement by Detroit. Another shot. Warriors with the rebound. Tough loss coming against Cleveland in their last game played.
And missing your free throws usually changes the complexion of a game. Certainly did in that one.
Especially on the road. Each miss fired up that crowd even more.
And never shying away from a three. Hield has supreme confidence in his shot.
And for NBA champion Chris Boucher, Steve, his story is one of perseverance.
Yes, it is, Kevin. Homeless in Montreal, Chris Boucher dropped out of high school at 16 to get a job, and that's when he started playing organized basketball. He kept grinding, and the rest is history.
Here's what Detroit's going with right now. Thompson comes in for Isaiah Stewart, and Ivey subbed in for Dennis Schroeder. Kevon Looney is checked in for the Warriors. Gary Payton comes in for Norman Powell. Now, here is Reed. Still without a basket. Clock is at 3, and contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
Smitty, even though the injuries limited Cade Cunningham in those first 2 seasons, his ceiling has to remain very high.
It is, GA, because of his basketball IQ and court vision. They are impressive for his age. He's got the size and athleticism, and plus, he's dedicated on getting better.
Duren, he's checked in for Reed. Cunningham against Curry. Offensive rebound. Passes it to Fonjecchio. Thompson outside. In the corner, Ivey with it. Back to Thompson. Fires from deep. And it's Looney with the rebound. Looney's got 5 rebounds tonight. And he launches it from deep. And a great assist by Curry as that one goes in.
His second make from beyond the arc this quarter after hitting none in the first.
Thompson passes to Duren. Unloads from 13. And again, it's the Pistons missing.
Wow, that's one you just kind of assume is going in. Tough luck.
Giddey, and another basket for Golden State.
And that set them apart today, guys. Their success with the mid-range.
And here in the second quarter of action, as we approach 4 minutes played, they could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
Here's Ivey. And he can't stop the run as he misses. Warriors leading by 16. Lets it go from deep. Giddey, no good.
2 minutes remaining in the first half.
Curry against Cunningham. Pass to Thompson. Back to Cunningham. To the middle. And Thompson throws it down.
Textbook play by Cade Cunningham. He knows better to mess up that open look.
Timeout called the Warriors. And as the coaches go to the clipboard to outline their strategy during the timeout, the players getting a chance to rehydrate with some Gatorade. That's key to staying fresh all the way to the final whistle.
And Kevin, it really is. And every one of these players knows it. They're all making sure to stay hydrated. It's impossible to play your A game if you're not getting enough to drink, especially towards the end of games when the physical toll of a long contest really starts to add up.
Here's Giddey, and he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line.
I'll tell you what, he earned his money on that foul.
The Warriors shooting their first free throws. First trip to the line in this one. Cade Cunningham's checked in for Dennis Schroeder, and both free throws good for Giddey. Pistons trail by 16. Harris outside. To the inside. Duren the pass to Ivey. Thompson for 3. James Harden with the rebound. The Warriors have gone 6 of 10 from the floor here in the second quarter. Pass to Looney. And wrestling for it there, but no one has possession. We'll have a jump ball. And we have to take another glance at that powerful rejection.
Sharp instincts on D there. Just timing when to rise up and swat that one away.
Now, here's Duren. And now the fast break. Ivey with the ball. And Duren slams it in.
Nice speed from Jaden. You can see him making strides as a playmaker.
Here's Giddey. Thompson with the rebound. And it's Thompson with the ball. He'll bring it up for Detroit. It's a 14-point game. And Duren slams it in.
One sign of a great playmaker, hitting his man in stride.
Now here's Harden. 33 points last game. It's good, only a few seconds into the shot clock. Jackson Davis has got 6.
And we know about Harden's scoring abilities, but his team heavily relies on that vision and playmaking as well.
Here is Harris. He dishes it to Ivey. Back to Harris. The 3. And the rebound goes to the Warriors. Looney's got rebound number 8 here tonight in the game. Pulls it from 20, and he makes that one. Harden's got 4 points in the quarter.
And Harden proving why he's an elite ball handler, absolutely cutting the D to pieces with his move.
Thank you, David, and we'll be right back after halftime to start the third quarter. See you in just a bit.
Thanks for stopping by, everybody. The story tonight, everything, and I mean everything, is working well for Golden State.
It just kind of looks like they can do anything they want on the offensive end. And I think it's because they identified the matchups they wanted to exploit, and the other team hasn't adjusted, at least not effectively.
Yeah, smart approach coming into this game, and it's paying off. And there's more NBA action in store for us tonight. Here are the games tipping off later. The Los Angeles Lakers will be playing against the Heat in Miami. That one gets going 7:30 Eastern Time.
It's one to watch, kind of a heavyweight matchup.
That's my favorite.
And that'll do it for halftime. We send you back to Kevin Harlan, who has the second half call.
And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly here in the second. A fantastic game from Harden in this one.
Yeah, something that isn't his strength, but he's done a great job of finding the open man.
Yeah, in the first half, he took on the role of playmaker. I think it surprised the defense a little bit, gave this offense a different dimension.
And on the floor for Steve Kerr as we get into the second half. Harden out there with Curry. Then it's Kevon Looney. Then there's Payton. And it's Jackson Davis in at power forward.
Just not feeling it from beyond the arc. Sometimes that happens. He's trying to shoot his way out of it.
Cunningham for 3. Another 3 for Detroit. And a big concern for players and coaches is the consistency of officiating. Greg, do you like that argument?
It's tough when one night something is a foul and the next night it is. There's some gray area, obviously. And it'd be good for the league to try and clarify how they want things called.
A moment now to hear from our sideline reporter, Hall of Famer David Aldridge. David.
Thanks very much. The Golden State Warriors have made the transformation from a league doormat to an all-time champion since the turn of the century. Now, some sources say that the Warriors are the most valuable franchise in the NBA. And right there amongst the most valuable in the world. New ownership, a new arena. They've made a difference to be sure, but make no mistake, Stephen Curry has been the linchpin. Guys?
Absolutely. No doubt. DA, thank you. Timeout called the Pistons. This is the list of last season's top shooters from the charity stripe. These guys were practically automatic. Third is Stephen Curry.
He was locked and loaded from the free throw line all season. Never suffered through any real lulls in that department.
Cunningham against Harden. Ivey, no one around him. That's in, coming off the assist from Cunningham. Cunningham's got 3 assists now in this one. Warriors leading by 8. Harden right side. Outside Curry. And that's good for 2. Curry's got 14 points.
Shooting at a high clip, he's found ways to get quality looks.
Cunningham dishes it to Thompson. And Thompson throws it down.
I'll tell you, they're right in this. We'll see if they can maintain momentum.
What I like during this run, they paid incredible attention to the details at both ends. That needs to continue.
Curry can't get it to go. Pistons trail by 8. Here's Durant. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. For Detroit, they have shot 5 of 6 at the foul line tonight. Second free throw, no good. The Warriors have gone 2 of 5 shooting here in the third quarter. Curry drains it from way outside. Ho-ho!
I mean, the range is just unreal. Curry can make even the toughest shots look easy.
Good on the three-point shot.
Another good play. This is how they built the lead, calling on the right guys at the right time.
The reason why they stayed aggressive, and they have not let up this entire night. And at this point, I wouldn't expect them to.
And here's Cunningham. James Harden getting it to go from deep. During the pass to Cunningham. And they convert it last on attempt number 3. Cunningham's got 5 points in the quarter. Timeout called the Warriors. Detroit making a switch here. Schroeder's checked in. And Golden State also making a change. Hield's checked in. Curry outside. Rebounded by the Pistons. Now here's Schroeder. He kicks it to Thompson. Payton against Harris. Shoots the 3. Another 3 for Detroit.
The D just sagged off just enough and no hesitation on his part.
Here's Curry. Rebound by the Pistons. Thompson's got 6 rebounds here tonight. And there's the pass to Ivy. Here's Durant. Back to Ivy. Harris outside. Lock at 6. Lobbed up there for Thompson. Throws down the alley-oop slam.
This is where Tobias has really improved, keeping his eyes up, making plays for others.
Here's Curry with the 3. Another miss by Curry. Pistons trail by 6. 1:39 left in the third quarter of the game. Ivy finds Harris. Over to the wing. Nobody near Schroeder. Basket is good. The assist from Harris. Harris has got his 3rd assist on the night. And so Curry will bring it up for the Warriors. Following this game, they hit the road to challenge the Nuggets at Ball Arena in Denver. That's game 4 of 4 out on the road floor. Gets an open look and hits. Curry's got 10 points now just in this quarter.
It just seems like the more he touches it, the more the lead grows.
Chris Boucher's checked in for the Warriors. Powell comes in for Gary Payton. Detroit's gotten all 4 of the three-point shots to go down since halftime. They're lighting it up here. This is it to Schroeder. Reed a screen on Curry. Schroeder passes to Reed. Out to the wing. Here's Sasser. Hands it from downtown. Sasser's got his first 3 points of the game.
Oh, great ball movement there.
Warriors leading by 3. Outside Curry. Hield sets the pick for Curry. Hield. And Hield able to finish. Hield's got 10 points in the game.
Oh, and a nice job of turning that miss into 2 points on the tip-in.
Hustle points, I believe they call them. Hustle points right there. Now here is Harris. He's got 11. And slam dunk by Harris.
Nice little run here to shrink that deficit, but can they get over the hump?
This is the tricky part. Having enough left in the tank to finish the job.
Curry with a wide open look. Off target with his 3. Now the Pistons with it. They're on a 14-4 run right now. Sasser and Detroit again with the bucket.
Yeah, this offense is rolling. They've been assertive, but they're also playing under control.
And it has them in a great spot to take the lead. They love to get a few stops now at the other end.
It's been all about Stephen Curry for the Warriors. He got into double digits for the quarter with 10 points total. And we'll be back with you shortly.
The Warriors, 55.
And it's time to bring up the State Farm assist of the game.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Yeah, you also have the location of the pass. Puts it right where it needs to be, where his man can do something with it.
Well, what a terrific game it's been so far with this fourth quarter. Sure to bring more pressure-packed basketball. Reed out there with Isaiah Stewart. Then there's Dennis Schroeder. Then it's Cade Cunningham. And it's Fontecchio in its small forward. That's the 5 on the floor for the Pistons. Now Curry. After the missed three from Dennis Schroeder. Sinks the three-pointer.
They're giving him a little too much space out there. That's his third triple since halftime.
Tries the spin move. Count it, and the Warrior lead has been cut down to just 2 points with the bucket from Schroeder.
When you combine his quickness and his ball handling, Dennis is very elusive.
And Giddey gets it to go.
And the D not really doing its job there. A little slow to react to the ball getting into the paint.
Schroeder against Curry. It's stolen by Hield. And here we go. Powell heading to the hoop. Connects from three-point range. And now a 7-point Warrior lead. And guys, let's get your take on the hustle stats for the Warriors.
Their defense, it's their defense. It has been downright incredible so far. Being disruptive and coming up with steals left and right.
And another thing, guys, they dominated on fast breaks tonight, outrunning their opponent the entire game.
Now Curry. After the missed three from Dennis Schroeder. Curry. Rebounded by Cade Cunningham. Cunningham's got his fourth rebound in this one.
And the truth is, this league would have been much bigger had he shot better.
Now here's Hield after the miss from Dennis Schroeder.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
Cunningham on the wing. Buries the long-range jumper.
What a turnaround for him since the half. More aggressive and more effective.
Giddey against Cunningham. Giddey no good. Pistons trail by 4. Cunningham passes to Reed. It's rebounded by Giddey. Warriors have gone 3 of 7 from the floor in the fourth. That's a 42% mark in the quarter. They double-team Curry. Kicks it to Powell. Three-pointer. Good, and Curry gets the assist. Curry's got 5 assists tonight.
Not shy from outside. There's no doubt about that. Spreading the floor and getting them up.
Now a timeout called by Detroit. Both teams deciding to change it up. And now we've got some time to check in from the sidelines. You got for us, DA?
Hey, Kevin, thanks. During that last break, I listened in to J.B. Bickerstaff's huddle. Coach wants them to do a better job defending the perimeter. He said we're late on our rotations, and they're getting great looks because of it. We got to fight through it. We got to take away the three. We're good, guys.
All right, David, thanks. And a moment now to check out who the Warriors have coming up on their schedule. On Wednesday, they'll face off against DeAndre Jordan and the Denver Nuggets. And then on Saturday, they'll face off against Donovan Mitchell and the Cleveland Cavaliers.
Slowly but surely, Harris continues to elevate his game. The shooting, the playmaking, the ability to make a difference.
Now here's Curry over Ivy. Hits the target from 18 feet. Curry's got 5 points in the quarter.
Now that's a high percentage look when the D doesn't fight over the screen.
Reason why it takes extra energy to do it. You have to trust your defensive rotations, but it's worth it.
I mean, even from over here, you can see that one pretty clearly.
You know, this team leans on Cade Cunningham for so many things, and he's built to carry the load.
Warriors leading by 5. Harden the pass to Curry. Well, if you're just tuning in, welcome. We've got about 3.5 minutes gone here in the fourth quarter.
And when he gets it going, this is what can happen. They need to think about the double team now.
Now, here's Cunningham. Pass to Ivy. Takes a 3. No good there.
Trying to get his man back for the last 3. It helps to not make this personal.
Goes back up, and it's good on the layup. And now a 10-point Warrior lead.
When you're trying to crawl your way back into a game, you cannot allow second chance opportunities.
Especially when you're this far down. You have to make the most of every sequence.
Now, here is Harden. Following the miss by Cade Cunningham. Curry with the bucket.
Yeah, coming down the stretch, they've become reliant upon their perimeter game.
You know, when you're raining threes, you can stack up points in a hurry. But it can go the other way as well.
Now Curry, following the three-point attempt by Cade Cunningham. And Harden wide open. He shoots off target from three-point range. Thompson passes to Cunningham. And here's Harris from the arc. Good, and the assist goes to Cunningham. Cunningham's got his 5th assist in this one. Timeout called the Warriors. They're in front by 10. We've got 1:18 left in the game. And here's Harden for 3. Detroit with the rebound. Turing's got 9 rebounds in the game. Getting it done. Pass to Harris. Shoots over Curry. Count it, and the Warrior lead has been cut down now to just 8 on the basket from Tobias Harris.
Just a solid all-around jump shooter. Tobias working over that mid-range area.
And Curry, here we go. No good on the shot. And so it's Harris who will bring it up for the Pistons. And a wide open look for Cunningham. It's in! Oh, and that cuts the lead to just 5.
Cade Cunningham proves he can be relied on when they need a bucket.
And so they choose to intentionally foul.
Cade Cunningham, first personal foul. First team foul.
So it's the Warriors now. At one point, they led by 16. And they go to the intentional foul.
Personal foul. Team second.
Good on the first, and that increases their lead to 6. And a tough break as his second attempt at the line, no good.
And not as productive a trip as you would like, but they're still in a pretty comfortable position.
It could be a little disheartening when you do everything right and come away with nothing.
He drops the first one, and that makes it a 7-point lead. He's off on the free throw, unable to get that second one to drop in.
Guys, let's just go ahead and call this one. It's over.
They couldn't make enough plays when it mattered. Interesting game, though, in terms of some of the matchups.
Here's Ivy. Money! And now they trail by just 4.
Rise to the occasion, young man. Jaden Ivey hits a big-time shot.
And they need to stop the clock, so there's a foul.
You have to foul, but I'm sure they would have liked to foul someone different.
So it gets them both, and it's a 6-point ball game.
And as long as they can keep doing that kind of work at the foul line, this lead will be safe.
Timeout called the Pistons. They're trailing by 6. 19 seconds left to play here in the fourth. What do you think, guys?
They need a quick basket here.
Not only do they need a bucket, they need a 3 just to give them any chance at all. My, oh my. Talk about a guy who lives for these moments.
And now an intentional foul. They need the ball back as soon as possible.
Honestly, just doing what they have to in order to get the basketball back.
And he ends up making the second, and that puts them up by 5. Now a timeout called by Detroit. They're trailing by 5. There's 14 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. Guys, what's your take?
Looking for a quick shot, trying to extend the game.
And on the defensive end, they'll have to foul whomever gets the ball. No time left to be picky.
Cunningham for 3. And the rebound goes to the Warriors. And he commits the intentional foul. First free throw is good, and that increases their lead to 6. And the second free throw, no good. A tough break there. Cunningham for 3. Oh, and he almost had a 4-point play right there. He'll go to the line with a chance for 3.
Yeah, good job trying to get a hand in the face, but you've got to be more careful.
He makes the second free throw, and that shrinks the margin to just 4. It's good, and he's 100% from the line thus far. And it's out of bounds. The Warriors able to retain possession here.
They're fortunate the defender couldn't control it. Almost lost that possession.
So it's a narrow victory for the Warriors, pulling out the W. They break the hearts of every fan in the building with a dramatic late victory.
And Kevin, this is the kind of win you have to take a ton of pride in. I mean, they battled with everything they had and came through when the pressure was at its highest.
It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thanks very much, buddy. You're coming off the bench now. How have you responded to being in that 6-man role?
Look at his professional number.
Back to you.
All right, David, thank you. Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Steve Smith, Craig Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for tuning in. Now, let's check out our New Balance player of the game, Stephen Curry.